Izanami. I am the Shoguness of Sorrow.
Hello there everybody, we're here in time, SuperSonicBlur, and welcome to the God Guide, kit explanation and build for Izanami, the newest hunter to come out as of today for me, probably tomorrow for you guys, but nonetheless, this is Izanami. Very, very fun god, fun hunter, likes to trade, reasonable early game, fantastic late game, and a couple different ways that I feel that you can build her. There's sort of a standard-ish way, and there's a couple other variations that you can do, as with most hunters that are situational. But before we get into a build or anything like that, let's go over her kit. Alright then, so Izanami's passive is called Death Draws Nigh. The closer Izanami gets to death, the more powerful she becomes. Izanami will gain 4% physical penetration for each 15% of her health that is missing, up to a maximum of 20% physical penetration. So it stacks 5 times, which means that she will be on 25% health when she's that low. So at 25% health, she will have 20% physical penetration against the enemies. That's pretty damn good. In terms of her basic attacks are most certainly a very different thing. Essentially, her basic attacks do half the value that you'd expect them to do, but the way it procs is it procs twice. So for example, 1, 2. Her normal basic attack value would be like 30 or 32. However, in this case, it's going to be 16 and it procs twice. They hit, whenever they hit, or go the full distance, they then return. If they hit something, they come back faster. So for example, see that hit there? Hits a little bit slower, a bit faster, very fast because it's just on the tip there. However, if I were to do, you see how long it takes to get that damage out? But if I do this doesn't increase her attack speed, this just increases the or the time it takes for the damage. So if you can get them right on the edge, like right on the edge, you get the damage quickly. If you can fire them into a wall, if not, you're gonna have a very long time between hits, and it's really awkward. So she actually likes to stay further back in comparison to most hunters, which is pretty interesting. Either way, that is her basic attacks, and as you can see, they sort of all come out, and they're pretty nice. They're pretty nice. They also hit everything in a line. So for example, a minion wave, they will hit all of them and then come back and it will do the damage like that, which is pretty damn useful. Her 1 is called Sickle Storm. For 6 seconds, Izanami throws her Karma Sickles even faster and more furiously. While this is active, she gains attack speed and her basic attacks no longer return to her, instead applying bonus additional damage and 100% additional basic attack power. Now, what does this exactly mean? Well, essentially what they're saying here is, because you would get the 2 shots, 1, 2, like that, instead of having that go out, instead what you're going to have is you're going to have the damage come through on the 1. So instead of going like that, it'll go like this. See? So you still get the same amount of damage, it's just the attack speed that's different, which is really useful. You can toggle that, and the additional bonus damage is negligible, but it's there. It is there, which is important. But yeah, this is going to be your big boxing one late game. Is you want to go in with your 1, you want to use this. This steroid is a fantastic steroid. It's one of the best steroids in the game. Take out the additional damage and things, you could still leave it on just how it is without that bonus damage, and it would be absolutely fine. It's a fantastic steroid. It's one of the highest steroids in the game. I think second only to Artemis and Apollo passive, really. I'm not sure about Ram. I think it's roughly on the same sort of level as Ram. But yeah, pretty strong. Pretty strong ability. Her 2 is another pretty strong ability, pretty fun one as well, with a range of 70. This is Spectral Projection. Izanami sends forth a demonic visage of herself to strike down her enemies, damaging and slowing all enemies in a line. If an enemy god is killed while slowed by this ability, future uses of this slow will be increased by 6% per kill twice, for a maximum of 30%. So the slow duration on this is pretty good. It's 2 going up to 3, which is pretty damn strong. Not to mention as well, it's a slow that can scale, which is amazing. So this ability as well, it's got a range of 70, which is very nice because this is a lot longer than her basic attacks, meaning she can very safely poke out. I believe it can go through walls as well. I'm going to test that now. Yes, it can indeed go through walls. And you see that little like red ring around the base of them? That means that they are slowed. If you should kill an enemy whilst they are slowed, you'll see that down on a passive, there are underneath the sort of fan bit, there are some grayed out little rings right there. If you get a kill, the first 3 will light up whilst they hit with spectral projection. So I'm just going to kill Ra real quick. Ra, don't you dare get in this heal. I need you to not sit in this heal. Please don't sit in this heal. Alright, so this is going to do about 50, so I need to really kind of hit her a little lower. Alright, and as you can see, there it is. So the slow right now is going to go up to a 24% slow, which is pretty good. Also as well, you can see the effect of my fan there. The fan goes off, and it's pretty cool, and that's how it works. And as you can see, just really fun basic attacks. Really fun basic attacks. Absolutely love them. But yeah, that's what Spectral Protection does. Her 3 is called Fade Away. This is a leap. After a short wind-up, Izanami descends into the underworld, becoming stealth and leaping away from her current position. This is important. This is a leap. Bear that in mind, because that means a wheelish can pull you. Taking damage or firing an ability or a basic attack breaks this stealth. The only thing that doesn't is Sickle Storm. It just procs. It doesn't proc anything. Think very much like Loki from that regard. Now, what's important about this stealth is there are a couple things. First of all, wind up time on leaving. Second of all, you are technically rooted in place a little bit after you do that stealth. It's very important. This ability is a fantastic escape, but it does have a wind up on it. It also has a very interesting way of working in that its cost decreases as time goes by, and I actually like that. I believe it's the first ability to be less expensive in the later game, which is absolutely fantastic. I love it for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Numlock on right now, so I'm going to instantly walk and watch. It's a very short, but there is technically a little bit of a root on there. There is as well a root duration when you are going into it. I don't know the full length of the wind up. Also, this can happen sometimes with the basics. They get stuck in walls, and I don't know why. I'm trying to get it to proc out, do it again, but I can't. I don't know why they get stuck sometimes, but they do. Yeah, they get stuck sometimes. Just bear that in mind. I think it's a little glitchy, but, you know. What is patch day if it's not going to be glitchy a little bit? Now, her ultimate, Dark Portal. This is a fantastic ability. Izanami summons a Dark Portal which damages and silences all enemies in a range. It has a short wind-up time, very short, it's about a second. Oh my god, this ability is insane. Absolutely insane. First of all, its scaling is amazing at freaking 120%. Also, the base damage on it is freaking nuts. Like, it's actually fantastic in the late game. Like, early, it's a really good boxing potential for a 1.5 second silence and a nice little bit of burst coming out at 250 damage-ish. It's really nice for making that trade. Late game, this will kill someone. This straight up will just do like 600-700 damage to someone, flat out, because that's what it does. So as you can see, this is the range of it. It's about the same size as a Nox circle, except it's a little bit more potent than Nox, as you can see. And a really nice duration silence as well. It's one of the longer silences in the game at 2.5 seconds, so pretty good. So that's pretty damn good, if I do say so. Hey, I got it stuck. I got it stuck. I want to do that again. I'm really enjoying getting that stuck. That's pretty fun. But yeah, that is her abilities. Pretty fun kit, pretty good trading kit, and late game the potential to pretty much 100 to 0 someone very, very quickly. She's real fun to play. Now though that we have a build for her, and now that we've gone over her kit, let's go over a leveling guide. Okay then, so to start off Izanami, you're going to want to pick up your 2. Your 2 is your wave clear. It's also the best ability that you have early to be able to just do damage to stuff. It's super strong. It's your wave clear. It will be the most effective. Some people say start with Sickle Storm and then you can go into that level 2, but no. It's not. The 2 just does more damage. It just does do more damage straight up. There's no reason. You could say Sickle Storm gives you the attack speed increase, but it's not worth it. So don't do that. Also as well, when you are clearing your camps, really important thing to do is to try and get them to face a wall as much as you can, because you can get the procs going off a little bit faster. See, look how I can get these procs going faster. It's really important that I can get that, because if I can get that procking faster, then that's really good. The faster I can proc this, the better. Because, hey, more DPS is fantastic. Normally you won't take that much damage to a creep camp, but you know, that's what I'm saying, is make sure that you are as close to a wall as possible so that the return damage goes through as quick as possible. Really important there. Level 2, if you are going to be in the ADC role, you will pick up Fade Away. You will pick up Fade Away because every hunter level 2 will pick up their escape ability. If you are in the mid lane, you will pick up Sickle Strike. If you are in the solo lane, you will pick up Sickle Strike. It depends where you are. Personally, I love this god going in mid and solo. I'm not the biggest fan of her ADC, but I absolutely love her solo and mid because she can just do so much solo and mid. So as a result, you'll pick up Sickle Strike next. Third ability, if you're in mid, you will pick up your 3. This is your escape ability and gives you a bit more mobility. It's important to have that. If you're in the solo lane, however, you will in fact actually pick up your 2. Why would you pick up your 2 next? Because you want to get that additional clear going. You're not really worried about running away or anything like that, so you're looking more to just try and slap fight and clear faster, and that's really important. So that's what it'll look like if you're in the solo lane. If you're in the mid lane, you will be one of everything, and if you're in the ADC role, then you kind of got a choice, honestly. You can get Sickle Strike, you can do that, or Sickle Storm, sorry, or you can get another point in Spectral Projection. It's entirely up to you. Spectral Projection is going to be your clear. If you can really be aggressive and take the boxing fights, take the additional point in the 1, or get your second point in your 2. Personally, I like getting the second point in the 2 because the Sickle Storm really doesn't do that much. Yes, there will be a couple of occasions where just that additional bit of attack speed would be useful, but I personally would prefer getting the wave clear, get yourself up to level 4 quicker, because you can then also get your support ahead. You can start getting a lane advantage, and it's so much just more, personally. Either way, level 4, you're going to end up with something that's looking like this. However you get there, this is what you'll end up with, because you want your wave clear ability to be maxed most, and then 1 point in everything else. Level 5, get that Dark Portal. It's so important to have. Level 6, Spectral Projection. Level 7, Spectral Projection. Level 8, important question you have to ask. How quickly am I going to get to level 9? Also, is my ult on cooldown? If your ult is on cooldown, get a second point in your Sickle Strike. If it's not on cooldown, you can wait, depending on whether or not you're going to be able to get a lot of farm. If you want to just play this safe, get your next point in Sickle Storm. Otherwise, you will wait till level 9 and you will get 1 point in your Spectral Projection and then 1 point in your Dark Portal. Either way, at level 9, you will definitely want to get that second point in Dark Portal. The additional damage, additional silence duration is amazing, so go with that. It's too good not to. After level 10, this is pretty much where you're going to look at. You're going to have 2 points in your 1, fully maxed out 2, 1 point in your 3, and 2 points in your ult. Pretty damn useful indeed. After this, you're going to start leveling up Sickle Strike, because Sickle Strike is amazing. Level 13, get Dark Portal. It's too good not to. Level 14, get Sickle Storm. At this point, you'll level Fade Away, and then Dark Portal whenever you can, because it's so good. So level 20, you'll have something that looks like this. And Izanami just does a lot of damage. Like, already her basic attacks, they don't do much. Bear in mind, her basic attacks really aren't the strongest, like, on their own. Like, they don't look super strong, but trust me, get a build behind her and her basics start chunking. Especially when you do this. It really starts chunking. Like, a lot. It's real fun. It's real fun. Either way, talking about a build, let's go over one right now. Okay, now, Izanami with a build. This is where things get interesting and difficult to talk about, because technically her basic attacks, as they stand like this, class as AoE. Now what does this mean? Well, this means that much like a mage in their abilities, with a few exceptions such as Anubis, they are having a 33% coefficient put on whatever that is. So that basic attack really isn't going to be healing for much. And by that I mean you can have a fully stacked Devourer's Gauntlet and it'll heal you for about 8 per hit. So it's not the strongest. However, it can still be useful to have. That being said though, personally, ladies and gentlemen, I love starting her off with Transcendence. Transcendence on this girl is so strong. Absolutely so strong. It's a lot of damage, it's a lot of mana. This means that late game she's just gonna burn through people. So the first thing you'll start with is something like this. If you're in the solo lane, then that will more likely be 4 healing potions and like 3 mana, 3 multi potions, something like this. If you really want to go into the solo lane, another option you can do is Death's Toll, go in for Spiked Gauntlet. Once you get Spiked Gauntlet, you rush Devourers, though bearing in mind lifesteal really isn't as stupid strong on there. The main reason you would want this is because you do want some sustain in your lane. As a result, if you really want, you can go Death's Toll. If you don't want to pick up the Devourer's Gauntlets, then the option you're going to want is to rush this into Short Bow, because you're going to want to pick up the Ichval to really start boxing out your opponent, which is pretty strong. And then you get like 1 of each potion, is pretty much the 3 options you have. You can go Boots if you really want, but you'll be better off going with Short Bow for the attack speed to really help you. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, personally love Trans on this go. Transcendence, really great. Love it. So we'll get Transcendence. Once you get Transcendence, you get your Warrior Tabby, because, hey, it's Warrior Tabby. You kind of really want those. Next up, honestly, because of how we've said with lifesteal, you really kind of don't need it. If you can get away without it, then that's great. If you really want it, then by all means pick up something like an RC. If not, then we're going to actually go straight ahead and we're going to get that Ichval. Because it's good boxing, it's attack speed, it's a little bit of penetration, and 30 power. Pretty good. Pretty damn good indeed. So we've got this now. Also as well, because we're going to forego a lifesteal item, you can invest a little bit more into pots, play a little bit safer if you can. If you've got a healer on the team, then you'll be laughing to the bank anyway. After this, the next item that I like to pick up is actually a Wind Demon. Wind Demon is really nice on her. Like, Wind Demon is just really, really nice on her. It procs off a couple crits, it gives you the mobility, gives you the attack speed, and it's really nice. It's really, really nice to have this. Couple it in with her 1, and you get some seriously high attack speeds going, which is really, really nice. So you get that Ichval, you get those crits, and they're pretty, pretty good. So yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. After this, the next item on your list will be a Titan's Bane, honestly. Titan's Bane at this point, people are starting to get tanky, you kind of need to start hitting them. So you get that Titan's Bane. And finally, the last item you want to pick up is Rage. Rage I love on Izanami, because there's a couple things that happen. First of all, let's see if I can proc it. Yeah, I think it procced there, but essentially, if you crit on the back swing, but not the first swing, you keep your Rage stacks, which is really, really important. And it's also really useful. Like, super useful. I'm gonna try and show you guys if I can. I will eventually get it. It will happen. It will happen. But anyway, just trust me on this. There we go. No, it did proc. Alright, it did proc it. Never mind. Never mind. It did. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Either way, they may have fixed it from patch. But, yeah. Rage Deathbringer, Rage Wind Demon, really, really nice. Late game, when it comes to selling Ichval, you can keep Ichval for as long as you want. If you want to get rid of Ichval, then other pen items are perfectly fine. You've got Brawler's Beat Stick, that's pretty good. If you, like I said, if you want, you can swap Ichval for an RC. It's entirely up to you, though personally, Ichval just runs more for her. The other option that you can do for her is, because of how well she scales with power, I personally love, instead of this, I love getting in and I love going for, once I get this, next thing I'll go for is, I'll go for the Titan's Bane, because Titan's Bane is great. I'll get Titan's Bane next. Next item is an Odibo. Odibo does a lot. Couple in with the Brawler's Beat Stick, and then finally you can swap out Ichval for another pen item or anything else, or you can rush into like a Jotun's Wrath there. I have done a couple times that's worked out effectively as well, is I actually get the Titan's Bane third. The reason getting Titan's Bane third is just so much damage coming through. It's really nice. Get your Titan's Bane online. Once you've got Titan's Bane and Transcendence, you can then run in Odibo. Odibo's fantastic. Absolutely love it. If you don't want to run this first and you want to be more of a mage-esque thing, Jotun's Wrath is pretty good. Getting cooldown on her is quite nice. A little bit of mana with a little bit of power and a little bit of pen. It's all nice. So you get something like that. Next thing you'll get is you'll run like a Brawler's Beat Stick, because it's just more pen. Then you'll get the Odibo. Then you'll get the Titan's Bane. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not super strong, but it is still pretty good. And the basic attacks... The basic attack value from this still procs pretty good. I mean, look at that. That's still pretty strong. Not to mention as well, ladies and gentlemen, that you also are going to have Dark Portal doing about 900 damage. So, yeah, that's pretty good. And Dark or Dark Projection, Spirit Projection, whatever it's called, Spectral Projection, that's the one. It's going to do a lot. This build can really tear up towers. It can really tear through people. It's pretty strong. And I love it. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I love these kind of things because this is a god who can be built slightly differently. You don't have to run the normals on her. You don't have to run lifesteal on her. You don't have to do anything. Another build that you can run is, I'm just going to sell everything here and sort of go over it as well, is another option that's quite viable is you go Death's Toll into Spiked Gauntlet. Once you get Spiked Gauntlet, you go for Devourer's Gauntlets. Devos give you a little bit of sustain. This is quite a high sustain even with her kit, so that's quite nice. You then get Warrior Tabby into Ichval, into Wind Demon. Once you've got Wind Demon, it's then Titan's Bane into Rage. And then you can swap Ichval out for something else. If you want to sell Ichval, you can run into more crit if you want. You can run into more pen. Another option that isn't too bad on her still is Kin Size. Can still sort of proc on stuff, but it doesn't ever proc on the backswing, I believe. Yeah, it will only proc on one swing per hit. So it's not the best, but you can still run it. It's a nice bit of power as well. She still has fairly good crit, so it's all good. That's nice damage. Really nice damage. Wonk. So yeah, she can still blow people up fairly effectively. She still does a lot of damage, and it's a nice build. Or if you want, you can still run the Ichval. Ichval does give you a little bit less power, but it's a lot more attack speed, so it's entirely up to you. And, you know, that's what I love about Izanami. She's got so many different variations. It's very much like, sort of like how Yaman's been running Chiron mids and things like that. And hell, he was even running Medusa mid for a while when she was okay. So yeah, there's just different ways you can play her. You can build it with lifesteal, you can build it with Transcendence, for going lifesteal entirely. It's entirely up to you. I personally like running, it depends what I'm going up against. If I'm going up against very squishy targets, then I'll usually run in with crit because the crit enables her to just blow people up a little bit faster and a little bit harder. As a result, it's just fantastic, so I'll do that. If I'm going up more against tankier targets, I'll run probably the full pen build because, you know, run full pen because I like the full pen build. I love having the pen build. The pen build is so fun. Also as well, always late game, you can sell Warrior Tabby and go Ninja Tabby because Ninja Tabby is so, they're just a little bit more DPS anyway. So that's really important. In terms of actives, Beads, Sanctuary, that's all you need. That's literally all you need. These are the only two you're going to need. You're not going to want to run a sprint. You have your support and the other, and you know, your warrior and other people to get a sprint. You aren't going to get a shell. You need the other active slots. There's no point running in with a meditation. You don't have the health to really do anything with that. Frenzy, if you really feel like being disgusting, you could run in with a frenzy as well. No one runs scout. Phantom, you have your 3 to be able to get out of stuff. Sunder, nobody cares for. Teleport, you don't need it in the solo lane. You can get it, but then you're foregoing either Beads or Aegis, so don't do that. Blink, if you want to run it in the jungle, I guess you could Blink, but not really the best option. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, I've sort of given you guys a fair few suggestions. Let me know what you come up with for your builds. Let me know how you run Izanami, and let me know your success and failures with Izanami. You know, for everything that works, there's got to be something that doesn't work. Let us know. You know, your experience helps everyone in this situation, just as mine is. Like, for example, finding out that there's a reasonably long wind-up time on that. The number of times that I've been in a fight and just like, oh, I'm going to leave now, and then I still die. It sucks. It really sucks. It sucks so hard. At the same time as this thing having a wind-up time on it. I think it's like 2 seconds, actually. Either way, like I said, super fun god. Super fun god. Absolutely love her. Let us know in the comment sections down below how you find her. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, I've been SuperSonicBlur. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and favorite for more, and to share this stuff so people know that it exists. You guys have been a fantastic audience, and I shall see you all next time.